welcome to Friday Yoga Galactica. Siri is on fire today, just FYI. I'm not sure what's exactly going on, but it's pretty funny. So this should be an entertaining class, to say the least. I'm actually feeling pretty good too, which is great. I hope you are as well. Hi, Buddha. So, yeah. Sometimes we forget how important it is through all of this just to give back to ourselves. And so I really am so grateful for all of you taking this time out to ground in, to really just let go, not forget about, but just let go of what's going on and really get into your breath, into your bodies. It's so important. I don't think there's many times that I feel more connected than when I'm doing breath work. As soon as I'm done, everything just kind of comes back together in beautiful ways. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to share this quickly on my Facebook page. And if you're watching and you could share, that would be amazing. And then we are going to get started and get shifted. So, let's see how fast I can do this. Oh, and if anybody needs lemons, we have so many lemons right now. And last night, while Siri was in his men's group, I made mini lemon meringue pie bites. They are so good, and it took me like a half hour. It's incredible. So if anybody needs a really easy recipe for lemon meringue pie bites, I've got you covered. Okay. Good morning, Maya. Good morning, Mike, Eric. Good to see you all. Bella, that is Dad's. Bella, Belle, hey, Bella, no, Bella, darn it, Belle, hey, Belle, stop, hey, gosh, she's getting caffeinated. Okay, here we go. Now let's see if I can share this quickly. Belle, holy mackerel. Happy Friday, humans.
Bella, are you going to teach yoga for us?
Oh, she's caffeinated now.
She can barely get to it. All right, good morning, everyone. And yes, like Kamala said, I am on fire this morning. I think it has to do, and this is just my hunch, but from our men's circle last night.
Yes.
Mike was there, great shares, brother. And we talked about addiction, and I was able to tell a little bit about my story with what I've gone through, and it's something that I've often carried shame around because being a yoga instructor, being into breath work, being into spirituality, the story often goes there's not a lot of room to have substance abuse problems. And, you know, to say, have I been addicted to some things? Yes. Have I had behavioral issues with others? Yes. Am I currently addicted? I don't know. But it was really liberating to share my story with a group of 18 men that really were able to listen and then go and share their stories within the breakout rooms. And I got a lot of really good feedback afterwards from men. Also, just sharing how it made them feel. And so it really fueled me up. And I woke up this morning earlier than I normally do. It wasn't that early. It was like 9:30. But I woke up and I like bolted out of bed instead of being like, do I have to wake up this morning? And I had definitely just a different pep in my step. And I think it was because I was able to just blah, like get some stuff off my chest and really just speak freely and not hide anymore. So, you know, any of you guys that are listening right now, it's really liberating to just share your process.
Yes.
And so many people can relate. And you never know what other people are going through or experiencing. And oftentimes to share your story, to be heard, and then to hear other people's story is just so comforting, because we really are all in this crazy, wild ride of life together.
Right.
And we all experience things uniquely, individually to us. No one will ever know what you personally have gone through, yet we can all relate to certain situations, whether it is addiction or abuse or trauma or even the joys and the victories. So I'm feeling fired up. It feels great.
I can relate to that definitely. I mean, I'm a yogi, and I have been an addict. I've been to rehab. I've, you know, gone through wild times, and yoga, actually teaching at Runyon Canyon, was a big step in my recovery, because it was one place that I would show up to, and while I was drinking, I would not be drunk. And there was days when I was drinking heavily that I would literally teach Runyon Canyon, and then I would go and get shots.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it wasn't because I wanted to get drunk necessarily. It was that I just wanted to escape. You know, I didn't want to feel anything, so I numbed out. And I think that's why I talk about it so often. And it's also helped me with other substances, because as all of you know, actually not everyone knows, but I'll tell you, you know, I have used substances since I've stopped drinking. I do not drink alcohol at all. That's my kryptonite. But I've used GHB, and I've used microdosing, and I've used different things. I've actually gone and had a full-blown LSD journey by accident. That was interesting. You know, and it was life-changing. I've also sat with ayahuasca, Kambo, 5-MeO-DMT, and those medicines, which I call them medicines, changed my life completely. You know, but the more that, when I hide things, that's when I go into old patterns, and dark hiding was my thing with alcohol. At least I thought it was my thing. People knew that I was drinking and sneaking it, but I thought I was pretty crafty and would hide things. And there's something so liberating about transparency and being able to talk to others about what you're going through, because you're right, people can relate. And
Yeah.
it's important, especially in this time right now,
Dude.
because it's so easy to just want to escape this fucking world.
Yep.
Because you know, especially if you're an empath or a human being, you're feeling it all. You don't have the right words to say. Sometimes, you know, like I've been definitely isolating. It's hard for me to even, I haven't shared on social media, aside from sharing yoga and stuff, for literally since I think the day of quarantine.
Yeah.
Right before quarantine started, because I don't know.
Yeah, and I just wanted to
Wild time.
touch on plant medicines too.
Woo!
Because there's something really unique and interesting about plant medicines. It's almost virtually impossible to become addicted to plant medicines. And I know that's a strong statement, because I know there's a lot of people that continue to use them over and over and over. And what I think they're addicted to, if anything, is sort of the discovery that they're learning, and they're somehow having trouble integrating that big epiphany into their life, so they keep going back to it, trying to rediscover and learn more. But it is almost virtually impossible to become addicted to psilocybin, LSD, DMT, ayahuasca. The plants have a very clear way of telling you when to stop.
Yeah.
And oftentimes that can come through a challenging journey. I'll just leave it at that. But
A realization and awakening.
yeah,
also.
or powerful
You know.
realization. I mean, just to be open, we've been microdosing now for about 4 years, and even microdosing a couple times a week is definitely not an addiction. It's a behavior. It's, a pattern. But there will be that one time where you microdose, and maybe you microdose a little too much, and you're not in the quite right environment for that to take place, and it gives you a little anxiety or a little freak out, and then you don't want to do it for a while. So the plants have a very strong way of clearly communicating with you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, because so many people that we know and love who are using microdosing to let go of substance have changed their entire lives. And microdosing, if you don't know what it is, it's a sub-perceptual dose of something. You don't want to feel like you're tripping out at all. And I actually had so much apprehension before trying it because I grew up in the 90s and like doing full doses of LSD, and man, that was not what I ever wanted to go back to because I have life and things to do. But it's just wild because when you do it, it's rewiring your brain, and it's life-changing.
Yeah, and in fact, if you follow Paul Stamets at all and some of the research that he's doing, they've actually found that regularly microdosing has much more neurological benefits to neurogenesis, so creating new cells, new pathways in the brain, than large heroic doses. Yeah. And honestly, I haven't done a full-blown psilocybin or LSD journey
since Ben Harper.
Yeah, intentionally in years. But we've microdosed, weekly perhaps, maybe even bi-weekly or twice a week.
Well, I always forget. I probably do it maybe once or twice.
Exactly. Now we just listen to when the plants call to us, and that's such a beautiful relationship. It's really coming into right relations, not thinking we need to do this, I need to do this, but having it and just knowing that the plants are available and they speak to us when we need them, and it's such a beautiful relationship. So
it really is.
But one of the biggest substances that came up last night, well, one of the second biggest, was sugar and the addiction that we have to sugar. And honestly, that was my first addiction to sugar, and I didn't even know I was addicted to sugar until my mid-30s, when I started having serious intestinal issues, stomach issues, small intestine bacteria overgrowth, candida overgrowth, leaky gut syndrome, and that's actually what sparked us to let go of sugar. And that's a whole another thing that we could talk about too. But now we indulge, so we eat sugar, but we eat it very seldom, very minimally. Most of the sugar that we get is from fruit.
And there's so many sugar substitutes right now.
Oh,
also.
yeah.
And to touch on that too, like when Siri let go of sugar, I did as well. I was sick. I had to go to the emergency room a couple times and have the IV
was
doctors.
Was that when we let go of sugar?
That was right before we let go of sugar. And it was terrifying. I couldn't figure out what was going on with my body. Bad headaches. And then I also was I was always hangry. I was always hungry and angry because I didn't know we were vegan vegetarian. I didn't know how to feed my body at that time in the proper way. Still learning. And so I would eat what I wanted to eat in the morning, which was usually toast and tea, but I'd put some like butter and maybe a little honey. And even that minimal amount of sugar would get me to a point by around 11 or noon where I was starving, and and I got so hungry I couldn't eat. So it was almost like a really bizarre eating disorder. And so we used a lot of sugar substitutes, like the lemon meringue bites that I made last night were all with monk fruit, which is an amazing sugar substitute.
Yeah. Monk fruit, xylitol, stevia, all of these add sweetness, but without affecting the blood sugar or the glucose in the body. If you do want to let go of sugar, one thing to do is just let go of processed sugar. So
Yes.
even organic cane sugar, even sugar in the raw, let go of all of that, anything containing that, and just start to go with natural sugars, so like fruit. But take it easy, guys. One apple can have up to 25 grams of sugar, and that is your daily dose, if not more than your daily dose.
Your
And-
body is able to process fruit sugars
A lot better.
a lot better.
Yes,
and it's,
but-
we need, you know.
Yeah, but think about
But
it.
you're right.
Orange juice, one glass of orange juice, so many people think that orange juice, oh, so healthy,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
getting all this stuff.
Juices.
Drinking one glass of orange juice is literally the equivalent of drinking a Coca-Cola. Think about that. 50 grams of sugar. So let go of the juices, let go of the processed sugars, and come back to natural sugars, and then minimize it.
Yeah.
And if you need to at night, eat a little bit of dark chocolate just to like satisfy that craving, or honestly bake a yam and eat a yam with butter, and that shit is so sweet it'll blow your mind.
Well, I can't eat yams, but yeah. Also, Eric says, well, how about honey? And honey is wonderful. Honey has so many medicinal properties, but not all honey is equal, which
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
you know, Eric. I mean, there's so many honeys right now that are not even honey. They're like,
They put
they
glucose
put
in them.
so
Yeah.
much crap in the honey. So
Especially from
there's
China.
really good like Manuka honey, but you have to really research your honeys
Find
and make
local,
sure that you're
organic.
getting local organic honey. And
But even then,
and even then, like, yeah, you don't want to use anything a lot. You want to use things in moderation and really be careful of what you put in your body. Moderation is key.
yeah, I believe either 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of honey has like 16 grams of sugar. And honey is not as sweet as, say, like maple syrup or sugar, so we often double up on the honey, and just be so aware of it. Try to start tracking everything that you eat.
Or yeah, just be aware of it. That was one of the biggest gifts that we had of doing the Candida diet. Is for the first time in my life, I knew every single thing that went into my body, and that's a really special place to be. I couldn't believe it because I really had no clue. I never read labels, never worried about. I was one of those people that just kind of ate whatever I wanted, not knowing how to feed my body. And it's just so nice to know what you're fueling your system with, and important. And it's so wild because the unicorn card that jumped out of the deck today is awareness. The unicorns always know. And Gretchen Joseph says maple syrup has to be grade B. I wonder why. I don't know much about maple syrup, but I'd love for you to drop that in the comments, Gretchen. Such a good conversation to have. We love you all so much. Thank you for being here and part of this. Thank you for seeing us so clearly. We love you, love you, love you. And I am going to read the card awareness. And I'll tell you, awareness is everything. It's just, it's like moderation, being aware of what you are doing, what you're putting in your body, what you're saying. All of it. I'll send you a good brand of honey, Eric. I'm sure a lot of people have some really good brands also.
Yeah, Trader Joe's, your local farmer's market is going to have your best local honey.
Why did you just say Trader Joe's?
Because they actually have good local wild raw honeys there too. Whole Foods.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. We'll list some actual names of honeys that are really good too. And boy, bees are amazing. Do you know that bees flavor the honey with whatever flower that they're working with? And there's farmers right now that are like making really beautiful honeys that are flavored by the flowers that the bees are pollinating. That's magical.
Like
bees
avocado honey,
incredible.
orange blossom honey, lavender honey, sage honey.
Oh, grade B is the first tap. Wow. Learning so much today from all of you. Thank you for being so aware. Let's read awareness.
Aware wolves.
We are aware wolves on this full moon. Is that tonight?
Oh,
Ow.
woo, woo. Everybody let out a little yowl.
Ooh.
Yoo, yoo, yoo.
All right.
Our dogs could care less.
I know, as we yowl. Bella, that tea's hot.
I'm a werewolf.
Be aware of
He's
that.
a little werewolf. He's going to turn into a giant wolf.
So let's read this card. Awareness. Live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance. The unicorns are calling you to live more fully in the present moment and be aware of the support you receive from your guides every day. Some of it is going unnoticed because your mind is keeping you distracted with worry, fear, or doubt. Whew. You are trying to solve a challenge from a conscious level when the best solution will come from handing it over to the divine. Wow. You are trying to solve a challenge from a conscious level when the best solution will come from handing it over to the divine. Whew. This beautiful unicorn is inviting you to take the time to slow down, sit quietly in contemplation or meditation, and allow your soul to take charge from your ego. Become aware of what your truth really is. All is well and everything is happening for a reason. Any situation can be resolved harmoniously, and there is a perfect solution for every challenge. This card is a reminder that all of your needs are being met. You are safe, you are loved, you are protected. Breathe into this awareness and choose to feel peaceful, calm, and relaxed. Trust in Source to take care of you, meet your needs, and show up to you for your next steps. And show you your next steps. As you go about your day, be alert to any signs or messages that may be placed in your path. Stay in, surrender, and keep bringing yourself back into the present moment. For it is only here that you ever can truly feel at peace. Well, I feel like I need to rewrite this card, but there's some good things in here, for sure. I don't like the phrase "all is well and everything is happening for a reason." I'm sure that there are reasons. And also that any situation can be resolved harmoniously. I do believe in that. I don't know if there's a perfect solution for every challenge, but I know there is a solution for every challenge. My thoughts on awareness is just really being conscious, being very alert to what is going on, how you can be part of the solution, not the problem, not reacting, but actually having more empathy and compassion. But I love how, awareness to what we're talking about right now, addiction, sugar, could be addiction to sex, could be the internet, there's so many different addictions that we have. Are you aware of your addictions? Are you aware of your habits? Are there things that you need to change? Can you do that? I know you can, because we've done it.
Yeah, you can even become addicted to stress.
Yes,
You can become addicted to the stress hormones in your body. It's wild. Read Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. He talks all about that.
Such a good book. If you haven't read Becoming Supernatural, I would suggest getting it on audiobooks and listening to it, because the book itself is actually, it's a great read, but it's very in-depth, and when he reads it out loud, it's a lot more easy to take in your body. At least for me it was.
Yeah, that's
a lot
how we
easier.
did it.
So with that being said, let's drop into our bodies, become aware of our breath. My tea this morning had a really neat message on it. I'll read it to you because I loved it. It says,
Yogi tea.
"The voice of your soul is breath."
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Yogi Tea. So with that being said, the voice of your soul is breath. Ooh, I love that. Yes, we love Joe Dispenza too. All right, so many people joining us today. We're so grateful to have you here. Let's get shift-faced. Caroline, good morning. You're starting today.
All right, my friends and family, thank you so much for joining. If you are brand new to this God, we just talked for over 30 minutes.
Holy cow.
Well, there you go. We just got shifted. Going to jump right into breath work. No, just kidding. I'm going to keep it a little shorter today because I have something to do right around 12:30. So, boom, we're going to jump right into it. If this is your first time joining us, we recommend that you find a comfortable, quiet place in your home, your office, outdoors, the beach, wherever you may be practicing with us today. And then, if you can, amplify the audio for this transmission. Plug into some speakers. Get that Bluetooth vibe going. And find a spot where you can sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes. If you need to, grab a pillow, sit on the pillow, lean against a wall. Whatever you need to do to get your spine nice and tall. Take your hands, rub them together, create some heat, some friction, activate all the nerve endings in the palms. Good. Rub them together. Create that fire. Build it up. And then bring the hands into prayer position. Touch the thumbs into the center of the chest. Take a nice big deep inhale. Hold that breath full right at the top. Gently squeeze navel, root lock. And through a small round mouth, powerfully exhale. Another nice big deep inhale. This time, holding in at the top, call in your intention right now for your practice, whatever it may be. Visualize it, see it. Let it integrate into the body. Sip in a little more breath. And then exhale it out. Now let the chin fold down into the chest. Turning inward here, taking a moment to honor your body, this physical your physical body taking up space, occupying space, being a vessel and a housing for your consciousness. And then extending gratitude to all of our teachers, mentors, and all of those that have shared and shifted with us throughout the ages, so we may be able to be here and practice today. We are blessed and so grateful. Take a nice big inhale, sit up tall. Hold the breath full right at the top. Squeeze navel, root lock, roll the eyes up and in, tongue to the roof of the mouth. And exhale it out. Hands float down by the sides. On an inhale, we're going to reach out, reach up, sweep the arms above the head, connect the palms. Exhale, let the hands float down the center line of the body. We repeat. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out and up, connect the palms above the head. Exhale, let them float down the center line of the body. Last time, inhale, reach out, reach up, look up. Imagine now you're pulling in the light of the sun into your body, illuminating every cell, each energy center, all the way down the spine. And then walk the hands forward onto the mat in front of you, stretching, reaching. Feel your tailbone anchoring down to the earth. So if you feel the hips lifting up, try to actively press them down. And just take 3 slow, deep breaths here as you let the body and spine gently rock left and right and left and right. And then on your next inhale, roll the spine all the way back up to seated. We're going to start our practice off with a spinal flex. This is really good for warming up the spine, all the fluid around the spine, the muscles. So we start sitting tall here in this position. Take your hands, bring them down to the shins or the ankles, clasp them, and then watch me on an inhale. Lean the chest forward, pull the shoulder blades back. Exhale, round in the opposite direction. Good. Inhale. Imagine your chest is trying to press against an invisible wall in front of you. And then exhale, round in the opposite direction. Good. Eyes are closed. Breath is smooth. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You'll also notice how my head and my chin stay flat the whole time. So I'm not moving my head like this. I see a lot of people doing this movement, and that is not what we're doing here. We are doing a lower spine flex. So flex forward and round back. Arch forward, round back. Good. Keep it up. Keep going. Eyes are closed. 1 minute. And let your breath be smooth and consistent. Let it flow in and out of the body. synchronize the movement with the breath. So imagine that you can't even move without breathing here. So inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Feel the lower spine beginning to warm up and activate. And imagine as you breathe, as you move, you're stoking this internal flame, this flame of infinite energy that resides within you at the base of the spine. Good. 30 seconds now. I encourage you to increase the breath, increase the movement. Really go. That's it, 15 seconds. Stay focused. Eyes are closed, rolled up and in. Good, here we go. And 5, 2, 1. Inhale, sit up tall. Hold the breath full right at the top. Squeeze navel, squeeze root lock. Sipping more. 3, 2, 1. Small round mouth. Powerfully exhale. Good. Release the breath. Hold empty. Let go. And then take a nice big deep inhale. Release the hands back to the knees. Hold the breath full right at the top. Sipping a little more. And just be with this breath. 6 seconds. 2, 1. Open the mouth. Exhale. We're going to come rolling up and over the legs, and we're going to sink down into a low squat position. And this is often an overlooked place to be, but to be able to get into a low squat like this really signifies a healthy spine, healthy hips, and no judgment if you're not able to fully get here, but do your best. This is a position that we've used as humans throughout the years to cook, to clean, to prepare. And so being able to get into a low squat like this is really good for the body, the spine. Now, take your elbows, press them to the insides of the knees, take your hands, bring them towards the heart center, and just dynamically push outward with the elbows and then inward with the knees, allowing your hips to soften and open up. Take your chin, let it fold down into the chest, and just roll the head and neck left and right. Good. All the while keeping the breath nice and smooth in and out through the nose. That's it. Good. Now release the hands. And we're going to do leg energizer, frog pose. Good again for the lower part of your core, your thighs, your glutes. So come into this kneeling, this squatting frog pose position. Your heels are off the ground, but bring them together. Your knees are spread wide at a 45-degree angle, and your hands are going to touch down to the earth about 6 inches away from the feet. The exercise looks like this. Inhale, straighten the legs into a forward fold. Exhale, lower down, but tilt the chin up like this. Good. Now you've got it, and go. 1 minute. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down.
Good. And Mimi, it takes time to get your heels down to the floor. So if your heels aren't going all the way down, you can roll a towel and tuck them under your heels to do this.
Great suggestion. Okay. And that goes for everyone.
Yes.
So frog pose, 1 minute. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Keep it going. This pose is going to challenge you. It's going to test you. And we do that specifically to help build that strength and fortitude within the body. Sharpen the steel of your mind. You got it. 30 seconds. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Keep it up. Breathe even deeper when you feel that burn. It means your muscles need the oxygen. So really breathe. You got it. 25 seconds. That's it. 10. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And exhale. Just release here in this forward fold. Take the feet a little wider than hips distance. Just take some long, deep breaths. Let your whole body gently sway left and right. Allow the knees to bend as you sway. If you can, grab the backs of the calves, the ankles, the heels, and just gently pull the chest towards the legs. And take 3 slow, deep breaths. Try to let the chin tuck in towards the chest as well. Good. Now bring the feet just underneath the hips, and on an inhale, roll the spine up. Good. Take it really slow. Feel the feet heavy pressing down. And then the shoulders are going to roll up to the ears and then down the back. And it's easy to get lightheaded as you come up in this position, so just take it slow. Let your feet be heavy. Let gravity pull the tailbone down towards the earth. Good. Take a pause here in this standing position, mountain pose. Palms face forward. Pull the shoulders back and down. Lengthen through the crown of the head. 2 more breaths. Good. Now we inhale. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale. Fold forward. Stretch and reach. Inhale. Lift back up halfway. Exhale, fold again even deeper, then inhale, roll the spine up. Take it slow, take it smooth, sweep the arms up above the head, connect the palms. Exhale, hands float down the center line of the body. We continue, step the feet together, inhale, sweep, reach up, reach out. Exhale, fold, take it slow, imagine your fingers are painting on a wall in front of you. Good, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, place the hands down and step those feet back into plank position. We're going to do a few push-ups here. This is for you, Mike. So inhale, top of plank. Exhale, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, push up. Excellent. Exhale, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got it. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Lower down. Let the belly touch down. Let the legs touch. Hands under the shoulders. Lift the chin. Lift the chest. Come into baby cobra and take 3 slow deep breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, just lower the head all the way down. Turn your head to one side, release the arms, and come into a lovely, comfortable, relaxed position right here on your mat. I said I would make it quick, but I wanted to make it a little challenging too. So we're just going to do one more exercise before we jump into this breath work. When you're ready, I invite you to roll over onto your back. And this one is stretch pose to strengthen the core, strengthen the body. And again, so much of this is mind over matter. Really push yourself, test yourself, see what you can do. So we're lying down on our backs.
You're going to bring the feet together, and we're actually going to incorporate breath of fire. So if you know breath of fire,
Excellent. If not, do this. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, and begin to pant just like a dog. And this is the rhythm of breath of fire, but we're going to do it through the nose. So when you're ready, transfer that breath to the nose. And that's breath of fire. We pump the navel as we breathe.
so lying flat on your back, lift the head, lift the shoulders, stare down at the feet, bring the feet together, then raise them 6 inches off the ground, and breath of fire, go. Good. If you need to, you can do one leg at a time, or even just bring both feet down and stay in the pose and keep up with breath of fire. Good. 20 seconds. That's it. Last 10. You got it. Keep it lifted. Good. 6 inches. Stare down at the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Release. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth. Sigh it out. Make some noise.
Congratulations. Be proud of yourself. Tell yourself thank you. You are impressive. You are strong. You are resilient. Your body is able to adapt and to grow and to strengthen. And that is the beauty of being here on this planet. We are constantly evolving. So just shower yourself with praise right now. Even if you don't think you did well, even if you know you could have done a little bit better, still, shower yourself with praise. Be your own biggest fan and let go of that self-deprecating voice. And just know that voice is there to encourage you, but not to put you down. You did it, you guys. Great job. We're going to jump into some breath work.
Beautiful. Very enthusiastic practice today. Great job, everyone. So now you're laying down on the ground, and we are going to get shifted with our favorite breath invocation. And if you have never done this before, you are in for such a treat. It's the Wim Hof breath, and it will leave you shifted and activated very quickly. You're going to be taking powerful inhales, soft exhales, and this will be through the mouth. Deepest inhale you can take, filling the chest, filling the belly. Soft exhale, it sounds like this. So jump right in, and we're going to count for you. And again, make sure you're laying down on your back. You can be on the couch, you can be on the ground, but no sitting, standing, or driving. How much oxygen begin to squeeze, flex every muscle in your body. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Sipping a little more breath. And now exhale everything out, 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 out. And you're going to hold the breath out. And this is where you're going to relax. So as you hold this breath out, let's just bless our bodies. Bless your heart. Bless your thoughts. Bless every word you speak. Bless every step you take. Bless your actions. Bless this earth. Bless your family. Bless your community. Bless your heart. Holding this breath out as long as you can. And whenever you're ready, drinking in a powerful deep inhale. Imagine bringing oxygen into every cell of your body. Reactivating, awakening, revitalizing. And you're going to hold that breath in. And again, you're going to relax. And as you relax into this inhale, imagine you hold into your body everything that you are grateful for in this moment. Dropping into this moment, feeling so connected. Maybe even saying, I trust this body. I trust my breath. I trust this earth. Let's sip in a little more breath in the mouth. Holding that. Maybe even pressurizing it around a bit, but holding it for as long as you can. Whenever you're ready, you'll exhale the breath and come back to longer breaths. Good job, friends. We're going to jump right back into that breath. Do one more round of it. If you're just joining us, lay down on your floor, lay down on your couch. Let's get shifted with the Wim Hof breath. Powerful inhale, soft exhale. It's rhythmic. We'll count for you. It sounds like this. Giving yourself your all, going even deeper with this round. Because everything starts with you, and that means you need to fill your cup. You need to give back to yourself so that you can be in service. Putting yourself first is not selfish. It's selfless. It's what we need to do to show up and be the best versions of ourselves. So give to yourself right now in the form of breath. Breath is life. Breath is the fuel of the soul. Breathe, yogis. Good. Halfway there. And anytime I'm having trouble focusing in on myself only, which is hard to do sometimes, I think about someone in my life who really could use this breath, could use healing, could use love, compassion, community, whatever it is, and I breathe for them. So breathe deep. 10 more. Good. And for this last 5, let's breathe for the world. For peace, love, community, compassion, equality, and health. Deep inhale. Holding this breath in, squeezing every muscle of your body, flexing every muscle, sipping more breath. And exhale everything out, out, out of your body like a wave. And you will hold the breath out. Relax. just observing how you feel. It's undeniable the shifts that you can have by practicing breath. Breath work, breath invocations. So powerful. We're so grateful for you being here, giving back to yourself. What a gift. And all that we have left to do today is just relax and be bathed in sound. So if you have something to cover your eyes, cover up your eyes. If you have a blanket and you want to pull that over you, do that. Covering your eyes will increase the melatonin in your body and allow you to relax even deeper. So once you're all cozy and comfy, together we'll take a deep inhale through the nose and hold that breath for 3, 2, 1. Open the mouth. Relax. A short and very powerful excerpt from Thug Uniform. No, love. No. The world doesn't need your spiritual bypassing or forced forgiveness. It needs you to be brave and tell your story. What's your story? Stories are your medicine, and the world needs you to share your medicine. Breathing that in. Reminding yourself how important you are right here, right now, and that's why you're here. Your story can empower so many, but the fact of the matter is even if it helps one person, you're doing something miraculous. Remember that. It all starts with you. So wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. Stretch the arms up and over your head. You are waking up. Pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. And give yourself a huge hug. You can tell yourself, I love you, or you can tell yourself, I am working on a deep love for you. And you can simply roll to the right or the left and push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Or you can begin rocking up and down on your spine, having some fun until you bring yourself all the way up into a comfortable seated position as we close out our practice for today. So with your hands in front of your heart, rub the palms, fingers, knuckles, create some friction, stimulate the nerve endings, take a deep inhale. And exhale into stillness. Let's first bless these spaces that hold us. So grateful and thankful to have a space to practice, to have a space to live, a safe space. So taking a moment to be so grateful for your sacred space. Bless it up. With this next moment, feeling full in your heart, in your soul. Think about a person, a group that could really use some love and support right now. Some healing, whatever it is they need. Take a deep inhale. And from the whole of your heart, send it out. Bowing your chin to your chest, we bow to you, Mama Gaia, Pachamama, holding us, giving us every single thing we need to thrive. Thank you for being this beautiful earth. We are so blessed to live upon. Everything comes from this earth. So taking a moment to drink that in, and then being so grateful, so thankful for this beautiful planet, and pondering how you can be in service to the earth today. And then doing it, being in action, being aware of what the earth needs. So with your heads bowed, let's send this earth some love and gratitude. Bowing to our teachers, our guides, our guardian angels, and bowing to all those who have helped us along this path of life. Thank you. And last, yogis, bow to yourselves, you who shows up even in the most challenging of times. You who are aware of your body, of your breath, of your thoughts, of your actions. We thank you. So bow to yourself, bow to your body and its ability to heal, bow to your journey, and always being open to learning, shifting, and changing. Send yourself some love and gratitude. Satnam.
Satnam.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Aho.
Aho.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you so much for guiding us, for joining us and guiding us in ways. Today, we are so, so grateful that you took the time out to give back to yourselves. It's such an important thing to do. So thank you so much. Thank you, Siri, for your joy, for your enthusiasm, for your silliness, playfulness, and beautiful music. That was such a gift. Everyone who's watching, we feel your energy. We see you. We thank you for being in action, for being aware, for being a bright light for so many. But it all starts with you remembering that, and tell your stories. Don't be afraid to speak from the heart and soul. When we open, when we shine our lights, when we are transparent, we allow people to see us for who we truly are. And we're just all humans doing our best every single day. So remember that, because everyone else is actually doing their best, even when it doesn't feel like it. Thank everyone for supporting Black Lives Matter. What a beautiful outpour from almost every single being that I know. Waking up together is such a gift. I love you. I love you. I love you for that. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day. We've got lots of comments. We will be answering all of them. I will post the unicorn card. I will post the quote by Thug Unicorn. Go out, have an amazing weekend. These classes are our gift to you. If you feel so called to make a donation, great.
Bing.
We would love that. You can do that via PayPal. yogagalactica@gmail is our PayPal address. Venmo is @yogagalactica. You can also help us out by sharing this practice, by going to our YouTube page and subscribing, sharing our YouTube page. There's all kinds of ways that you can help us out, and we love you so much. So have a fantastic day. Thank you, Aniko, Jennifer, Gretchen, Christine, Olgie, Caroline, Maya, Mimi, Amy, Mike, Eric, Jennifer. We love you.
And so many more. We love you guys.
Yeah.
We will be back here tomorrow,
At
15.
-ish.
We love you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Mwah!
Go out and shine.